clear summer night, when the young astronomer first set his gaze upon the mysterious object in the sky, which the local observatory had recently mentioned in the papers. He had been studying the stars for years, but he had never seen anything quite like this. It was a strange, pulsating mass of darkness, seeming to absorb all the light around it. The astronomer was fascinated by the object, and he spent every waking moment trying to learn more about it. At first, he thought it could be a black hole, but there was something wrong with this theory, as the behavior of this celestial body was indicating something else. So he pored over ancient texts, searching for any mentions of something like this. He scoured the internet, trying to find any information that might give him a clue as to what this thing was. As he delved deeper into the search, he began to uncover some disturbing truths. The object seemed to be connected to a number of bizarre and terrifying events that had occurred throughout history. There were stories of entire towns disappearing without a trace, of people driven mad by an unseen force, and of entire civilizations being wiped out by an unknown terror. The more the astronomer learned, the more he became convinced that the object was not just some strange celestial phenomenon, but something far more sinister. He began to suspect that it was some sort of portal, a gateway to another world, one filled with unimaginable horrors. Despite his fear, the astronomer could not shake his curiosity. He knew that he had to see this thing in more detail, to get a closer look at this celestial monstrosity. So he packed up his things and set out for the remote mountain observatory where the object was first discovered. As he made his way up the mountain road, he couldn't help but feel a sense of dread creeping over him. He felt that he was walking towards something terrible, something that could potentially destroy him. When he finally arrived at the observatory, he found it abandoned and in disrepair. It was clear that something had driven the previous occupants away in a hurry. The astronomer shuddered at the thought of what they might have seen. He made his way to the telescope and peered through the eyepiece. What he saw was beyond anything he could have imagined. The object was even more terrifying up close. A writhing mass of tentacles and teeth. It seemed to be staring back at him, as if it knew he was there. The astronomer recoiled in horror and stumbled backwards. He knew he had to get out of there, to warn others about what he had seen. But as he turned to leave, he felt a cold, clammy grip on his shoulder. He spun around to see a creature unlike any he had ever seen before. It was humanoid in shape, and its skin was sickly green, and it had glowing red eyes. It let out a guttural growl as it dragged the astronomer towards the newly formed black portal inside the lab. The astronomer screamed as he was pulled into the darkness, his fate unknown. But as he disappeared into the void, he knew that he had stumbled upon something ancient and malevolent, something that had been waiting for him all along.